Light bearers, I can see you shining. I see you. It's your boy Lone Star. Uh, on this episode, in this video, I want to encourage you guys to forget about astrology and focus more on philosophy. Nowadays, a lot of people are concerned with their signs, and I ain't knocking nobody, each their own. But I think that we should place more value on philosophy, core beliefs, rather than the stars. And this is coming from Lone Star. Nah, but most chicks nowadays, women are huge in this, man. Women are huge in like, what's your sign? You know? And again, be more focused on philosophy than astrology. And when you're looking for your queen, rather than looking at her sign, be more concerned with her patterns. You know what I mean? And even with yourself, you know what I'm saying? Rather than be worried about your sign and your horoscope, look at your patterns, because your patterns will reveal your philosophy, and your philosophy can change your patterns. As men, we tend to be more logical than women. Women are more emotional. So it makes sense for them to be worried about the stars and quasars and all that. But as men, we tend to be more logical in our thinking and in our action, less emotional. Okay? And when you are soul searching and you look at your philosophies, and then you reflect and look upon your life and your patterns, what will end up happening is you will see some bad patterns that need to be broken. And your philosophy will equip you to break those bad patterns, to create new cycles and patterns that'll better suit you. Okay? And like I said, if you're, looking for a mate, you're looking for your queen. Don't be looking at horoscopes and, Aquarius are best fit with Libras, because that's a generalization. The woman, your target, who's in your sights, look at how she carries herself. Go to her Facebook profile, IG. Look at her patterns. Because what someone says is a sign of who they want to be, but what they do is who they are. You know what I mean? And we're all work in progress, man. So if I can respect somebody that talks highly and that's trying to change and may not be there yet. Hey, we all have goals. I'm not all the way there yet. We're all growing, right? But I just feel it's futile to concern yourself with horoscopes and not put your patterns under a microscope and really examine and reflect upon your habits and your patterns of thinking, and most definitely your potential queen. You know what I'm saying? As your, if you got prospects, definitely, man, because I don't care what her sign is. If her life is a disaster, if the decisions she's made in the past and currently is making is creating drama and chaos in her life, the juice ain't worth the squeeze, man. And I'm going to be doing a video on that very soon. The juice ain't worth the squeeze. You know what I mean? Because when you lay with a woman, you're laying with her body. But what you're connecting to is her mind. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, she may be fine, but you want to make sure she's chemically balanced, man. For real. They say that the crazy ones are best in bed. I've always heard that. And for whatever reason, I've always in my past gotten mixed up with crazy women, man. I don't know. Maybe I need to look in the mirror. Maybe it's something in me. But I've always gotten mixed up with wackadoos. I don't know. And that's part of the reason why I'm inspired to make this video, to help some of you guys not to make some of the mistakes that I've made. Okay, the only reason why I could sit here and give advice is because I've made a lot of mistakes. But no losses, just lessons. And it's through our mistakes, it's through trial and error where we gain experience. You gain experience through the bad times, through making mistakes, not through the good times, you know? So another thing that will help you guys on this journey and just in life in general is when a problem arises, all right, look at it as an opportunity to find a solution, and that will give you value, whether on the job or even with a female, because most females are looking to men, whether they want to admit it or not. They want a man that can rise up to the challenge, take care of business. You know what I'm saying? Because, hey, we're men. That's what we're supposed to do. We're supposed to be problem solvers. You know what I mean? And they look to us for security and protection and all that. So, but even on the job, you know, an employer will value you because things are going to happen, man. You know, nothing goes according to plan, really. So look at problems that arise as opportunities to solve that problem. Be a problem solver. And focus more on philosophy rather than astrology. Now, there may be some truth to it. I mean, there's a lot of mysterious things in this world, okay? There's a lot of questions that we may never get answers to, at least in this life. But that's where faith comes in. That's where faith comes in. And the fact that human beings, like you and I, we could sit here and we can think about these things. We could talk about these things. We could talk about God, a creator. You know, animals don't be doing that. But we, the human race, are the only species that have this blessing and curse, if you will, to know that one day we will die. You know, it's kind of crazy. And throughout our lives, we have, you know, in the back of our minds, we know this. And we're all trying to live for something. We all have a code. You know, every man wears a badge. And we all have questions that we want answered. You know, for me, something that I wrestle with a lot, especially recently, is life fate? Or does free will, strictly free will, determine the outcome? Think about it. And most religions, most religious books, I'll talk about the Holy Bible right now because I'm a Christian, but it's a little of both. On the one hand, talks about things being predestined. God knew you when you were in your mother's womb. The Stoics believe that what happened to you was waiting to happen to you since the day you were born. That would be fate. However, we do have free will. We're able to make decisions on a daily basis, and we know that our decisions come with consequences. Okay? So that's why I encourage you guys to look more to philosophy rather than astrology, rather than look to the stars. Look at the patterns of your own life. If you're seeking a mate, look at her patterns, okay? Because that's what's truly going to affect your present. That's what's truly going to affect your future. So, anyways, guys, have a good day. Until the next video, stay strong, warriors. This is your boy Lone Star. Peace.